Hey everyone, welcome to the Weeb Lounge. I'm Nick, and we're looking forward a bit. We're looking at patch 1.2, which is coming out towards the end of December, and this is Albedo. He might show up at the end of December. He might show up early January. He's a 5-star Geo character. Sucrose is his assistant, and I'm not too sure about this guy. Alright, we got ourselves another 5-star Geo character coming up, and this review is a little early for you, so you got plenty of time to get what you need. I'll be going over that in just a second. But I get the feeling that this character is more of a standalone character. You know, think of Klee. Klee throws her bombs, and she throws her bombs, then she throws her bombs. Doesn't really help other characters, right? There's no real synergy there. She's just there to blow things up. So I'm thinking along the lines that Albedo will be similar. Now, his E skill basically puts out this little AoE field, right? And if he stands in the center, it collects the Geo power and forms a pillar. Think of the little hilly curl caster guys or whatever. They every once in a while, the Earth ones the Geo ones, will form the little pillar and boom, that pops them up, and they're annoying, right? You know, they're always annoying. But I'm thinking it's along those lines, and when that AoE is out, it starts forming these little petals and locusts or whatever around the monsters, dealing a little bit of damage. And then comes his Q skill, his ultimate, his Tectonic Tide. And what that ends up doing is basically doing damage, and if there's those things are around, it detonates them, doing even more damage. Doesn't seem like he terribly needs much help, you know, doing that. Almost like a standalone character, similar to Klee. That's the feeling that I'm getting with this guy. Now, let's go to the weapons and maybe some artifact sets. You know, the weapons, it's a little early. It's way too early to really go over true weapons. Now, if you happen to have the Skyward Blade or the Favinus Sword, that's all good, but something like the prototype Rancor would do better, because one of his skills actually goes off of defense. It scales from defense. So in terms of one-handed swords, that's pretty much as best as you're going to get in order to get a little bit of a defense boost, plus the physical damage and normal attack. So it's kind of similar to Noelle. Noelle has a weapon that's kind of geared toward her. She has the White Blind, but in terms of one-handed swords, the short swords or whatever, yeah, we don't really have anything all that great. So I'm kind of expecting in the new weapons banner that comes up, yeah, there's probably going to be a little something more that's going to suit them. In terms of artifact sets, do you want Archaic Petra, Noblesse Oblige? Do you want anything like that? Do you want to basically build it kind of similar to what you would the Geo Traveler? You know, I'm not actually too sure about that. Now, Archaic Petra would probably be perfectly fine. It'd be perfectly fine. But I'm thinking that we're going to have to build around much more similar to Noelle. Oh boy. Now, in terms of Ascension Materials, what are you going to need for Ascension Materials? Well, you need some of the same things that Zhongli has. And if you're going for Zhongli, you're going to be grinding that Geo boss an awful lot. Because Albedo takes the same stuff, for the most part, about half. Okay, Basalt Pillars. Ascension 1, you don't need any. Ascension 2, you need 2. Ascension 3, 4 Basalt Pillars. Ascension 4, you need 8. Ascension 5, you need 12. Ascension 6, you will need 20. Oh, and you know, if you're like me, and I mentioned it in other videos, I'm not lucky with these, you know, the Ascension drops. I'm not lucky at all. I always get 2. It's a cold day in hell when I get 3, and my god, it's a grind. And like I said, if you're doing Zhongli, good luck. You're going to be facing that Geo boss so much it's going to make you sick. Speaking of which, you need topazes too, and topazes are even harder to get. For Ascension 1, you need a sliver. For Ascension 2, you need 3 fragments. Ascension 3, you need 6 fragments. Ascension 4, you need 3 chunks. Ascension 5, you need 6 chunks. And Ascension 6, you need 6 gemstones. And, you know, you have the pillars and everything. You know, the gemstones are harder to get. Overall, the gemstones are harder to get. They don't drop at the same rate as the other Ascension material from the same boss, regardless of what boss that you have to fight. So, if you're going for Zhongli, you might need a break from Albedo, but, you know, there might be some synergy there. Because, you know, Albedo does some of the construct. it does count as a construct. Zhongli can blow it up, so there might be some synergy there. All right, more materials for that Ascension. We need Cecilia. Now, Cecilia, it's the same stuff that you need for, I think it was Venti, which is, you know, northeast map over by Mondstadt, the hills and everything. You just go over there and, you know, every once in a while you can get it, but you're not going to be able to get what you need to completely max the guy out in one day. So definitely do this ahead of time. Ascension 1, you need 3. Ascension 2, you need 10 Cecilia, and I keep wanting to say Sicilians. Ascension 3, you need 20. Ascension 4, you need 30. Ascension 5, 45 Sicilians. Yeah, I shouldn't do that. Ascension 6, you're going to need 60. Now, the last material that you're going to need are the scrolls, the ones that go off the little caster helicurl guys or whatever that bounce around and they put annoying stuff out. They annoy. The Earth one annoys me. The Dendro one annoys me. The Geo one annoys. They all annoy me. They're all just annoying. Okay, what you need. Ascension 1, you're going to need 3 Divining Scrolls. Ascension 2, you're going to need 15 Divining Scrolls. Ascension 3, you're going to need, let's see, 12 Sealed Scrolls. Ascension 4, you're going to need 18 of those. Ascension 5, you need 12 Forbidden Curse Scrolls. And for Ascension 6, you need 24 of them. You got to double up. Now, there's a good chance that you have a good stock of scrolls on you, but I would head over to the craft table and see just how many you have. Granted, this character is a good ways away, so you got plenty of time to get what you need in all these cases. So, but yeah, I don't run into these, you know, super often, and if you've got other characters that need them, you might actually be running low on them. I would go over to a crafting table or at least look at your inventory, see what you have, see what you can make. Now, in terms of talent ascension, well, it looks like some of those scrolls are going to be a part of that as well, so you're going to need more than even that. But it looks like he's going to be using the Ballad books, the Teachings of Ballad, the Guide of Ballad, the Philosophies of Ballad. And yeah, if you have Venti or I believe Fischl, I believe both of those characters use those as well, so here's going to be a third character that uses them. Oof. Yeah. So, in other words, you're going to need a lot of stuff. Now, of course, with that, you need the level up materials, you need the hero's wits, and for pretty much every character, if you're trying to max them out, if you're trying to get them all the way to 90, you're going to need 425 wits. That's a lot. My God, that's a lot. But you also need 2 million Mora. Save up your money. Now, you know, with all that said, you know, do you really want 2 5-star Geo characters so soon, so quick? You know, time will tell when we get a feel for this guy's constellations. We're not too sure about that yet. So, you know, when it gets closer to release and some of that information comes out, yeah, we'll take a look at the constellations and stuff. His abilities seem unique. It seems like if you properly execute his abilities, they could do some ridiculous damage. You know, just kind of reading it and kind of visualizing how this is going to work, it seems like it can be pretty good and might actually gel well with Zhongli. So it could very well be it could be that Zhongli and Albedo are like the dream team. You know, it could be the 2 best Geo characters meshing together and it just destroy the world, right? The Earth, I guess it's Geo, whatever. So I can't really make too many recommendations on this. So, you know, I want to sit here and say, okay, if I have Zhongli and I'm planning to go for C6 on Zhongli when he gets released, I'll be streaming it. So that's my hope, but my wallet has to hold out. That's the thing. Everybody's wallet has to hold out with this game. My God. So if I'm going to push Zhongli that much, do I want to do the same thing with Albedo? I'm kind of hoping not, because, you know, my wallet will thank me, but we'll see. We might want to save those funds for Guan Yu, coming out about the same time as Albedo, likely before Albedo, because they have 5-star Geo character, 5-star Geo character, back-to-back banners. I don't see MiHoYo doing that. So I'm thinking there's at least going to be that gap in there. And plus, you know, there's going to be 4-star characters too. Which 4-star characters are we getting? as soon as we find out, we'll be making a video on it. So like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Our small channel is trying to grow. Every time you hit that subscribe button, every time you hit that like button, I appreciate it, and you don't know how much I appreciate it. I am being sincere, I guess. All right, with the risk of me getting a downvote at this point, we'll see you in the next video.